What is up, everybody? How's it going? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Again, sorry about the lighting, but this is the best I can do with the setup I have for now. But today I want to rant about Normalwatch. What is Normalwatch? Well, it is Overwatch's April Fool's event that is currently going on. And I want to rant about my experience, what I had to suffer to get the prizes unlocked for this challenge. So, basically, to get started, is that I noticed when playing this past weekend on Overwatch that there's a really cool event skin that you can unlock for Normalwatch, and that is the rubber ducky skin for Orisa. So I had about 11 out of 15 challenges already unlocked, and so I had to gauge what I had to do to unlock this and what I had to grind out in terms of the games I had to play and what I had to do. So there are two big challenges I needed to complete. One was to play 55 games of Normalwatch, and that was really interesting because I think I had around 13 out of 55 games already unlocked. And then the other one was 99 games, and you get a really cool player title, I think called the Bottom 500, if you complete the 99 games just in Overwatch in general. It could be quick play, it could be arcade, it could be anything. So, and I think of the 99 games, I think I had around 26 or so of 99 games. So a little bit more, but it was kind of interesting. So let me share what my strategy was to get this completed. So what I wanted to do was just grind out Normalwatch the best I can of mini games over and over and over again. And I didn't really know much about Normalwatch, the powers of each hero and character and what they did. So I wanted to learn as I went on. And so it was really interesting because a lot of the same heroes would constantly pop up. And everyone would start using Hammond or Echo, and everyone would start using all these different heroes because they were good in the game. And so I played over the course around 5 hours straight on one weekend day. And so it was interesting because most of my games went like this. I either was losing all the time or I was winning sometimes. And it was really interesting. So I was losing a lot of the beginning games, like the first 20 or so, because I was using players I had to just get it over with. Some of the challenge I needed to complete was play one more game as a support, one game as a tank, one game as a DPS. And once I did that, I can finally start using the characters I wanted to play more as. And so for the first 20, I was like, okay, I was kind of getting like a grasp, trying to learn each game, trying to learn the heroes' abilities, what they did. Some of the heroes are very frustrating, and I'll get to that a little bit later in the video. But it's interesting because I was just trying to adapt to the environment I had. So once I got to learn more about the abilities each hero did and what April Fool's stuff they had, it was kind of interesting because I started to learn the strategies and started to win more games. Luckily, I had better teammates, and I kind of had like phases of 33%. So I had the first 1 out of 3 phase where I was losing 20 games, I was winning 20 games, and then I lost another 20 games. And so it was just frustrating because that was basically my experience. The first 20, I was like, okay, fine, this is taking forever. And then I noticed that I was winning over and over and over and over and over again in the middle. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. How am I doing this? So I think I just got lucky with the teammates and everything. And I noticed that I was just winning over and over and over again. And I played a lot of maps, especially the Colosseum. I noticed that the Junker City, those two maps, I constantly get over and over and over again every time I play Overwatch. So it's not fun playing Colosseum. But as I was getting more, about 40 games in, around 30 games in, I was like, okay, so this is interesting. I noticed that Junker Queen was very powerful, Reinhardt's very powerful and fun to play as. So basically, I was near the end. I think I had around 10 to 15 games left, and that was just my losing streak. I was losing every single game, so every game would take about 7 minutes, 7 times around 15. Yeah, that's like over an hour. So I was just exhausted at this point. I'm like, okay, whatever, just get this done. And I think I completed the challenge around the normal watch first, and I completed that 55 games total. And then I think I had around 7 games left of the regular mode to get 99 wins. And then I grinded that a little bit late after that because I was like, let's just get this over with. I'm right here. Let's get it done. So that was really interesting because I was like, okay, I don't really care if I win or lose. I just want to get this over with, just get the badge, get the skin, and we'll call it. So let's talk about what I liked. Now, what I liked during this mode is that the ultimates were probably my only favorite part about this mode because they're kind of funny. When Genji's ultimate blade comes out, it goes ching, 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 ching. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then Hanzo's ultimate was super funny because no, like go that exact phrase as the dragon comes along. And it's just kind of funny because it's like something you don't really see. And then I love, I think, what's his name? Torbjorn's turret. His turret goes insanely big the more he powers it up. I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. So those were kind of like my favorite parts. Junker Queen was really fun to play as, like I said. She can throw her knife, and it's basically, it can pull you in. So basically, if you throw it high, you can bounce up and basically meet up to the point of the knife and basically get behind the enemy team quick. It's kind of like Winston's dive. You can go in and go out, depending on what you have. And she's very powerful and can take in a whole team. I basically uploaded a video of that and basically shared how powerful I was as Junker Queen when I played her. So that was really fun. At the tail end, I decided just to use whatever characters I wanted to play as, and I played as McCree. McCree was very powerful. Echo was very annoying, but I can easily, as McCree, take Echo out in like 3 hits. So it wasn't really a big deal. Many of my games I liked when I played my own character and I was very powerful, and I can easily just take people out. So I didn't really mind that. Now, the things that really annoyed me during this mode was that there are certain characters where they didn't really test the characters or heroes at all, and they just put them in there. And I'm like, why? So it was frustrating, for example, with Hammond or Wrecking Ball, or just Ball, whatever you want to call him. And he was super small, and he was 3 times fast as he is in the normal game. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I can't really hit this thing because he's going all over the place. Very distracting, especially when I'm trying to focus on the other team. Echo's the same way. She dives bombs, the sticky bombs all the time, and it's just super annoying because she can easily get kills off that all the time. And so there's a lot of characters like that where it didn't really make sense because they're overpowered. And then there's a lot of characters where it's like, well, they didn't really do much. For example, with Ano, the one-shot. You can't really do much with a one-shot. I mean, they increase the damage, so you can, if someone's at half health on the other team, you hit them, they immediately die. Same thing with healing. If someone's at half health on our team, I can easily fill them up with healing. And so that's interesting. Sorry, a motorcycle is just passing by. But what I'm saying is that Ana wasn't really a good match. And Winston wasn't really that way either. There's a lot of characters that they didn't really test versus others. So if someone was really good at a comp, they can easily just destroy the other team because they knew the meta. And if you know the meta, basically you're unstoppable. Unless you're with a bad team where they just don't know how to play, then it was just frustrating because I didn't really know what to do. So it's just frustrating with this mode because I grinded out a lot. Like I said, it took me about 5 hours to grind all 90 games, which in case is around 50 to 60 games because I had to I won a lot. Not a lot, but I won some games, so it made the games a little bit easier to come through. But overall, it was just a huge grind, and I just wanted to get it over with. I know many people are like, well, you can easily section it out into days where you play 4 to 5 games a day rather than all 80 games at once. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I wanted to do this now so I don't have to worry about it later. And so that's my reasoning for this. In terms of the game mode, it's not a fun game mode. Overwatch is a fun game in general, and that's why I played it and suffered for so long. But would I recommend this game mode again? No. It's very unbalanced, and you're going to have a bad time if you don't know the meta and your team is so bad, because you're going to lose constantly over and over and over again because you don't know what you're doing. And so I played mini games, like I said, on Normalwatch. I played McCree, I played Winston, I played Junker Queen, I tried many of the DPS heroes. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. It really depends on who you choose and the team you have, because otherwise you're just not going to have fun. And that's just the thing with Normalwatch, is that it's not really a fun mode unless you choose the good characters. And so I suffered for this for a long time, and it's just not right. But is it worth it for the skin? Sure. I needed a really good Orisa skin, so I was like, why not? It was a cool skin. I mean, it has like water in the middle. She has a bath towel. She has a rubber ducky on her head, so it's very interesting to see. So it's really cool to get that skin and just overall play it with the skin and everything. I also liked all the sprays that came with it. I thought they were nice and detailed, but it was a huge grind. I don't know how someone with a normal life that only plays like 1 hour a day or 1 hour a week maybe can even complete this challenge, because it is truly a challenge to get this done. 99 games is a lot of games to play in 2 weeks, and that's insane. I grinded it out, and I already had games completed. Imagine if I had no games at all. So 55 games or 99 games, either way, I had basically the same amount either way. I had more games in regular. I think I was like 26 or 36 or something like that out of 99. I think it was more like 36 out of 99. So either way, I had to complete around 50 games to finally complete the mode and get every single challenge. Once it got to like 14 out of 15 for the 99 games, I was like, okay, it's not really that many. I can even stop now, play 1 game a day, and still be fine. So, but I just wanted to get it over with, to get the badges, the player titles, and the skins and the sprays all in one. And so that was just a really cool thing to get over with. But I would not recommend play Normalwatch over and over and over again. It was such a drag, and I was so exhausted at the end. So there you go. There's email. Sorry about that. But in conclusion, I would just want to say, do not grind out Normalwatch. It is not fun. You are going to be terrible and just not in a happy mood after all this. So, with that being said, if you guys have a chance to play Normalwatch, it's fun. Just play 1 or 2 games, but do not grind this thing out. But hopefully your gaming adventure is going fun, whatever game you're playing. And with lots of love and respect, you guys, I'll see you guys next time. And peace out, and bye.